Hey everybody, Yeti here and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how you can get every single bobblehead in Fallout 4. So I quickly want to say I'm going to have a little bit of a contents table down in the description, so if you want to just scroll down and go to a specific bobblehead, feel free to do that. Just scroll down, find the bobblehead you want and click the timestamp. But yeah, so I'm going to be showing you the locations and how you can actually get each individual bobblehead. Before we get into this, I just want to say I've put a ton of effort into making this video. I'm so far about halfway through making it and I've put in already about 6 hours into it, so it's probably like the biggest sort of project I've ever done. So if you could leave a like on this video, that would be absolutely awesome. We'll see if we can hit 10 likes, that'd be amazing. With that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so what we're actually going to do is we're going to go through these special bobbleheads first, and then we're going to go through all the perk ones, so let's get started with strength. So for the strength bobblehead, what you want to do is go to the mass fusion building, which is a little bit northeast of Diamond City. It's pretty easy to find. You can just leave Diamond City and go ahead and walk up to that. I should warn you though, it's like very heavily guarded with these gunner dudes whose name I don't remember. There'll be a bunch of them outside who you need to kill, and then once you get inside you need to kill a bunch more. So I would recommend doing this at a little bit of a higher level so you don't get absolutely murdered pretty much. But yeah, so once you get inside and once you cleared everyone out, you pretty much just want to work your way to the top of the building. If you follow the path I do, you'll find it like really simply. And if I'm being honest, it's not too crazy of a path. Having said that, I did just like go in the wrong room there. We just want to follow where I'm going, follow it through to the top. Now there is going to be a bit of a boss in power armor in that little room there. But once you've taken him out, you just want to hop up on here and get a strength bobblehead and not fall off to your untimely death. Okay, next up you want to go to the Museum of Freedom, which you'll probably find like really early on as part of the main quest. It's a little bit southeast of Vault 111. And all you got to do is you got to walk in, go up to the balcony here and take this corridor off to the right. And just follow that through to the back room where there'll be another corridor which will lead up to a staircase. And this will take you up to the Perception bobblehead. So once again, just follow the path I'm taking, it's nice and simple. So this is the room where you first meet Preston and all that, and the bobblehead is just on a table over to the left. So this is actually really simple to do like right at the start of the game, and I imagine some of you might have seen it already. Okay, next up you want to go to Poseidon Energy, and this one is a little bit more difficult than the others. This is the Endurance bobblehead, and the reason why it's a bit more difficult is it's really far away and there are a lot of enemies for you to fight. So it's down in the bottom right corner of the map, as you could see on the little Pip-Boy there. And what you want to do is, if you have Master Lockpicking, you can actually go in the front door and save this whole little bottom area. But if you don't have Master Lockpicking, what you want to do is go around to the back of the building and go in the pipes and then come through this bottom area. Once again, just follow the path I take, and you will have to fight some Mirelurks, but other than that, it's not really a big deal. So there is a terminal there which you will actually have to hack, but it's only novice, so everyone should be able to do it. Yeah, just follow the path I take and then you should get to there pretty quickly. So that door there is actually the front entrance. If you have Master Lockpicking, you'd be able to come in there and skip this whole area. But I unfortunately didn't. I was only about a level 20 at the time and I don't have Master Lockpicking yet. But yeah, so just keep following the path, and at this point you'll have to fight quite a lot of raiders. So I would suggest having weapons and armor. But you continue to follow the path, and there will be a little bit of a boss. I think he's called Cuts or something. Who will also be in power armor, and you just want to walk in and just murder his punk ass and all his friends. And in the room that the little boss is in, the bobblehead is right on the table at the back of the room. So as soon as you kill the boss, you just look at the back of the same room, and there you go, you've got your Endurance bobblehead.
There we go.
So first of all, to get you started on getting the Charisma bobblehead, you gotta go to a place called Parsons Insane Asylum, which is pretty much due east from Vault 111. And as soon as you get there, you just want to murder all the guards at the in front of the asylum. It's pretty straightforward that bit, but you've got to like stick around a little bit just to make sure you do kill everyone. And then once you murder everyone, you want to find a guy called Edward Deegan. Now this is where it gets a bit awkward, because Edward Deegan can be any one of 4 places in the wasteland. So place number 1 is the Colonial Inn, and all you gotta do to go there is go to Diamond City, head right, and then just follow the path I take, and you'll end up right there. Okay, the second location you could be is the Dugout Inn in Diamond City. Once again, just follow the path I take. It's pretty much just forward and then right, and you'll be there. Okay, so if he's not in either of those places, you want to head over to Good Neighbor, and Good Neighbor is pretty much northeast from Diamond City. You should be able to get there just by walking. You may face some mutants on the way, but it's pretty simple to get there, pretty straightforward. And once you get into Good Neighbor, you just gotta head down this little corridor to the right and head left, and then the 3rd rail is right there. Okay, if he's in the 3rd rail, the 4th and final place, which is actually the place where I found him, is in Bunker Hill. The Bunker Hill is pretty much northeast from Diamond City, or if you have been to Good Neighbor first, which if you're following this guide you would have been. You just want to head north from Good Neighbor and you should be able to find it pretty. So something you should note, he'll only ever be in any of these places if it is in the evening. So if you get to one of these places, you have to wait till the evening to make sure he's there. But as you can see, I find him here.
We need to have a conversation, but you'll need to talk to my boss first. Come down to Cabot House in Beacon Hill.
So he'll tell you to go to Cabot House, which is directly south of Good Neighbor. So once you get there, you'll meet a fella named Jack, and he'll send you on a quest to go and retrieve something. You'll get the details from Edward, and then you'll be heading back to the asylum. Once you get to the asylum, you'll meet this woman whose name I don't remember, and she'll tell you where you can go and get the package, where she thinks it is, and basically it's just up on a hill behind the asylum. There will be some radios there, and all you gotta do is go in, blow them up, shoot some bullets in the head, whatever you gotta do, and just take the serum off the body, and you can go ahead and head back to Cabot House. Okay, once you get to Cabot House, you'll have a little bit of a word with Edward Deegan to say that you got the serum, and he'll tell you about Emo Jean. Now, Emo Jean is Jack's sister. Basically, you've got to go and retrieve her. Now, this is where it gets a little bit complicated. It can go, like, pretty all over the place, this quest, so just follow the guide step by step as I do it. So basically, what you want to do is you want to head back to the third rail in Good Neighbor, and as soon as you get in here, go and talk to the little British handyman at the bar, and he'll tell you to go and talk to this fine lady here.
Emma Jean? Sure.
So if you have a bit of a chat with Magnolia, she'll tell you where you can find Emma Jean. Now, before you talk to this fella here at the little amphitheater thing, I suggest quick saving because there are some speech checks which will be pretty hard to get. So you want to quick save before you talk to him and then keep reloading until you get them. So eventually they'll get them and he'll send you in to find Emma Jean, and you want to go ahead and just have a chat with her and make sure she goes back to the Cabot House. So when you arrive at the Cabot House, Jack is going to be having a conversation with Edward via the radio. All you've got to do is just sit here and wait for that conversation to finish. As soon as that's over, you can have a bit of a chat with Jack and tell him that you'll go and help. You can listen to a bit of backstory if you want, but all you got to do is just tell him you'll go and help, and he'll take you back to the asylum where he'll open the door for you and you can get in. So when you get there, you're going to want to head left and go through the door, and basically it's pretty simple. You just go around the edge of the building and then you'll come out on the other side where the Charisma Bobblehead is.
Perfect.
So next up, you want to be heading to the Boston Public Library. So the Boston Public Library is pretty much northeast from Diamond City. Again, it's pretty simple to get to. You can get there by foot, it's not too bad. So you want to head round to the back of the building, and this is going to be locked, but it's only a novice lock, so you should be able to get in pretty easy. So once you get in the building, you want to head left, and once again, there'll be enemies. Big surprise there. There'll be a lot of Securitrons, and there'll be turrets, so just go ahead and blow them up. And it's just in the room right at the back of the building.
There we go.
So next we have the Agility Bobblehead. So to get this, you want to head to the very bottom right of the map, where you'll find this fuck-off massive ship. This is the wreck of the HWS Northern Star. Just follow the path I take to get on top of the ship, and then just head to the other side. There'll be a lot of enemies here, and there will be another mini-boss, but they're pretty much just like raiders, so you can just blow them up. And then it's like right on the tip, so you can just go ahead, grab that, and there you go. You get a little bit more agility.
Bingo.
So for the Luck Bobblehead, you want to head to this unknown location, which I've given the name of Boat on a Small Island near Big Boat. It's pretty much northeast from the Big Boat, so I'd suggest Shackle and Agility and Luck at the same time because they're so close. But yeah, it's pretty much just on the south of that little island that I showed in the map. When you head in there is a Fat Man which you can pick up. I know a lot of people are particularly into fat men, so if you want to pick that one up, you can go ahead and do it. But just head to the top of the boat and it'll be wedged between these two lockers, and there you go. You are now even luckier. Okay, so that was the last of these special bobbleheads. Now we're going on to the perks, and first up we have Barter. And to get the Barter bobblehead, what you've got to do is go to the Longneck Luchevsky's Cannery, which is basically straight east from Vault 111. It's a bit of a trek, but it's pretty much easy to find. Now this one's a bit of a pain in the dick in that basically you want to follow the path I'll take in a second to get to the top. But the door will be locked and it's a master lock. If you have a master lock, you can just straight up pick it and go through. But there are basically 3 easy ways to get in there. So way number 1, you can go up and just wait by the door, keep waiting an hour over and over again, and eventually the door will be open because Luchevsky will actually go into that room and open it for you. But that's a bit random and you could be waiting there for days. Alternatively, you could do the method I do, is crouch behind him, quick save, and then just keep quick loading until you pick the key off him. Or you can do the way number 3, which is the I don't give a fuck way, and just shoot his fucking head off or something, and then just take the key off his cold dead corpse. Wouldn't recommend that one though, the locals don't like it. But yeah, just go ahead and pick it up, and now you've got the Barter bobblehead. It's pretty nice. Yay! What's next? Astute Viewer, Big Guns is next. So, to get a Big Gun bobblehead, all you gotta do is head to Vault 91, which is southwest from Diamond City. It's another one that's a little bit of a trek, but honestly, it's not that bad. But I'll tell you what is bad about it, it's full of freaking iRobots. So you want to be packing a big punch when you go in here. I'd suggest doing this at a higher level because it is full of Assaultrons who will like not hesitate to shove a laser up your nostril or anything like that. So there'll be a bunch of dudes outside it, there'll be a bunch of dudes inside it. So as usual, just follow the path I take. It seems a little bit convoluted, but it's actually semi-straightforward if you follow the path and destroy everything in your wake, and you will get the Big Gun bobblehead. Okay, next on the list is energy weapons, and I want to just quickly apologise for this one, but I'll put a link in the description and an annotation on screen to go and watch a guide on how to get the energy weapons. This one, to get this you have to go through an elevator, but the elevator doesn't get activated until you finish a main quest. You activate the elevator as part of a main quest, and that main quest is actually like glitched for me and it doesn't actually work. I've not yet figured out a way around that, and I couldn't be bothered playing through the entire game up to that point just for this bobblehead. So I will leave a link in the description / an annotation on screen to go and check out a guide to watch that. But unfortunately I had absolutely no way to get this elevator working, so I just couldn't freaking do it, man. Okay, but next up we have explosives, and what I just quickly want to say about this one is wear some armor because you're gonna get blown up a lot. So what you're gonna want to do to find this bobblehead is go to Soga's Ironworks, which is basically from Vault 111. I said one too many ones there. From Vault 111, you've just got to head basically southeast, and it's like really far, but you'll make it in the end. Soga's Ironworks. So all you got to do for this one is blow everyone else up before they blow you up, and 5 points to anyone who guesses what you've got to do next. Follow the path I take. So you're pretty much just heading up to the top of the building, and you're heading towards this thing called the blast furnace, and then the bobblehead was within the blast furnace. So yeah, just keep watching and following and, you know, do the usual. I think you get it at this point. So once you head in there, there's going to be a big fella who you need to murder, and then once you've killed him, the bobblehead should be in that room, so go ahead, pick it up, click enter, and it's in your inventory. Good job. You can now explosive better. And the biggest faff award goes to Lockpicking, so now we're going to go ahead and get the Lockpicking bobblehead. So to get this, you want to head to Pickman Gallery, which is basically northeast of Diamond City, in that general area. At this point, you'll probably explored loads of that because you've been trying to get to the other places. But it's sort of semi-near the bridge, right on the edge of the water, northeast from Diamond City. So like I said before, this one has like a really annoyingly complicated route, but just go ahead and replicate the walk, which I do, and you'll eventually get up there. But just follow it like step for step and you'll get there. You're basically going to be descending these tunnels to go for the lockpick bobblehead, but what you're going to be careful of, there are a lot of 127-hour style drops, so try and make sure that you don't like fall off and get your arm wedged in a rock or something, so just be really careful when you're dropping down. So eventually you'll end up in this little room with the bobblehead in. You will also find Pikmin in there, but we don't really care about his puny existence. All we're here for is the bobblehead, so go ahead, walk right past him, and pick up the bobblehead and just leave that guy to rot, because, I mean, who cares? We have bobbleheads. Who needs people? Okay, next up we have medicine. And this one is a little bit of an absolute pain in the freaking dick, dude. It's so annoying. Okay, so what you actually want to do to get here is go ahead and head to Vault 81, which is pretty much west from Diamond City. It's actually really close. But this one is basically still inhabited, so there's like a series of things you actually have to do. So just try and like pay attention to everything I do and do everything in the same order I do.
I'm just a
So something you're going to need when you get there is you're going to need some jet first, because you're going to have to give it to a fella to bribe him or whatever to help you out. But basically, yeah, you want to go there, and before you actually try to get in, make sure to quick save, because there's the Overseer, and he will basically request 3 fusion cores to get in. Now, you can just go away and get those and come back and give them to him, but if you do quick save before, there is a speech check, and if you pass that, you can just get him for free. So follow every step I take, and you want to end up at the reactor core where you can speak to a guy called something DeLuca. Again, I'm bad with names, but who really cares? And there's going to be a woman called Tina who's going to basically beg you to not give him jet, and she's going to say it's bad for him. But you know, who cares what Tina says, right? She's just a stupid woman. That was a joke.
Sure.
Get it? Calm down.
Thanks, man. Just don't let Tina know.
But like for real though, don't listen to a word she says. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Jet's great. Don't do jet, kids. So go ahead, talk to this DeLuca dude and give him the jet, and he'll be like, yay, jet. So now that you're a fully fledged drug dealer, what you want to do is go down to Dr. Forsyth's office and give him some of your blood.
Would you mind donating some medical samples? Even just a blood sample.
Sure, you can have some blood.
So now that you've given someone some drugs and given a doxy blood, what you've actually got to do is go to any fast travel to sort of any place where there's like beds and have a bit of a snooze for 24 hours because you're a bit knackered after giving blood. I just went to Sanctuary because I have like a little base set up there with beds and stuff, so if you have that as well, which I'd imagine at this point a lot of you do, just go ahead there and sleep, but wherever you want to go ahead, sleep for 24 hours and come back and just listen to these guys blabber on about nonsense for a little bit.
Austin got bitten by a mole rat.
So once they're done shooting the breeze, just go ahead and follow Bobby down to this wall that he kicks, and then voila, oh wow, magic vault appeared out of nowhere. Whoa. So at this point you will start to have quest markers, so it'll be a little bit easier, but you know, you've got the video, so who needs quest markers? So this area is semi-linear, but there's a lot of annoying, stupid rooms off to the side full of like loot and just a bunch of things that aren't bobbleheads. So if you want to just ignore everything, just follow the path I take. What? Oh, I wasn't expecting to say that. And something I probably should have mentioned before now is you're going to have to hack a terminal, which is advanced, I believe. So if you're not smart enough to do that, then I'm afraid tough shit. But hopefully you are smart enough to do that, or what you can actually do if you've proceeded in the main quest far enough, you can actually get Mick Valentine to come along and he'll hack it for you. But good news, if you've hacked that and you've got through, then the bobblehead is pretty close by.
I am so authorized. You are released.
Superb. I'll open the door for you.
Congratulations, you now know like a tiny little bit more about medicine. It probably wasn't worth it. So to get this bobblehead, you want to head to Trinity Tower, which is basically northeast of Diamond City. And a little bit of a word to the wise, if you're allergic to green, then I'd avoid this place. Because there's quite a lot of super mutants, and I actually took the time to count them up just so I could give some stats for you guys. And the numbers may differ on exactly how many there were, but I counted 8.5 billion. So basically, when you walk in there, take like a nice little gun that shoots bullets or something, and just go in there and kill them. And you're going to be heading basically upwards to the top of the tower. It's another one of those ones where it's like actually pretty linear, but there's a lot of annoying side nonsense. So just take a shot every time I say take the path, and yeah, follow the path I take. And please don't take a shot, you'll probably like kill yourself or something. But yeah, so you want to just like murder everyone on your way up, and eventually you'll end up finding the bobblehead, and yeah. So when you do actually get to the top, there's going to be a bit of a boss. You just want to go up there, murder his punk ass, and then inspect his chest a little bit. And inside his chest is a key, so you can use that key to go ahead, open up this little box type thing, and then the bobblehead is in there. Neat, neat. So for the repair bobblehead, you want to head to Corvega Assembly Plant, which you've probably been to by now because it is part of a main quest pretty early on. But if you haven't been to it, it's basically if you drew a diagonal line between Vault 111 and Diamond City, it's pretty much in the middle. It's pretty much just north of Diamond City and like southeast of Vault 111, as you can see on the little map there. So this thing's like a roller coaster of stairs. It's a little bit annoying, but if you want to get there the sort of the quickest, easiest way, just I don't want to say it, dude. I've said it too many times. Too many times. Just follow the path that I take. So there's a bit of a catwalk right at the top of the building, and it's literally just sort of like right there. I missed it, a lot of people seem to have missed it, but that's like pretty straightforward if I'm being honest. Nice. So pick that up and there you go. So next up we have the science bobblehead. And you're going to need some freaking science to figure out where this one is, because damn it is complicated. To be honest, this is just another one of those with a little bit of an annoying path, but it's basically southeast from Vault 111, and to get into the vault itself, you've got to go through this little school thing to get inside of it. So just go ahead and just do the thing. Just do the thing. But yay, what's the thing? Just follow the path I take. So eventually you end up with this little card reader, and if you go ahead and hit the E button on that, or whatever the respective button on your console or keyboard is, you basically just gotta go ahead and you'll hit that, and then it'll be like, oh no, the door's locked, what do? But you'll basically get quest markers at this point, and all you gotta do is follow the quest to find the key for that. So once you activate that, like I said, you'll get quest markers, and they'll lead you to a fellow with a plasma gun. You want to kill him and take the card off him. I'd suggest taking the plasma gun as well, because if you don't already have one at this point, plasma guns are pretty powerful, but they're just like really cool as well. So then once you've done that, go ahead and head back, slide the key into the reader, and just keep on trucking. So yeah, keep walking, you'll end up at the science bobblehead, and this one is probably one of the easiest ones compared to like a lot of them, how hard they can be. It's just the path itself is a bit complicated, so just say the magic words and you'll end up in the right place. Okay, next up we have small gun. So to get to the small guns one, what you've got to do is head south of Diamond City to get to the Gunners Plaza. So once you've arrived at said Plaza of Gunners, just go through the door on the left and make your way to the back room. Be sure to go past this sort of big weird globe thing and make your way to the back of the room where you'll find an elevator, and you know, just take that elevator. So once you've taken that elevator, it's relatively straightforward from there. It's pretty simple, and psych, you're gonna get your ass raped. Yeah, once again, there's quite a lot of fellas knocking about, so you want to be it's a sort of high level with good armor and weapons and all that, so you can just head through, shoot some people up, no biggie. So I don't know what level you want to be. I recommend sort of 20 to 25 for this one. I was pretty fortunate in that I have like a really good gun, and I had a lot of ammo and god mode. So eventually you're going to find a fella called Ryder, just murder him like you would any normal child, or I don't know why I said child. Take the recording room key off him and then head down to the recording room following the path that I take. Whoa, mixing it up! So you're actually going to end up taking the elevator back down, and it's basically just on the other side of the hall, but just, you get the point. Oh, and I should mention before you go in this room, there's another pretty champion dude, whatever you call him. He's pretty difficult to kill. He's called Captain West, and by himself he's so impressed. So you just want to go in, murder him, and then the bobblehead is on like some table behind him. I guess, you know, the murdering's optional. You could just walk in, take it, and walk out, but I'd recommend, you know, popping a cap in his ass, as the youth say.
Hell yeah.
And don't deny it, because I'm the youth, so I just proved myself true. So next we have the sneak bobblehead, and to get there you want to head to Dunwich Borers, which is pretty much near the top right of the map. If you saw my Gamma Gun video, then you would have already been here. So yeah, it's the top right of the map. It's pretty much east from Vault 111. So I know that so far we haven't really had to do any fighting, but if you want to get this one, you're going to have to murder some raiders, I'm afraid. So bring guns, bring armor and clothes, and some of those injection things you put in your arms to make your health go bigger. And yeah, just murder some fools. So once you've massacred that entire group of people for this little model, be sure to head down and go into this Dunwich tunnel thing, which I don't remember the name of. And hey, you know how much we love fighting, so luckily there's more dudes to fight here. You're pretty much just heading forward and down again. It's semi-linear, but we'll keep the gameplay up there so that you can do the thing. And just keep, you know, murdering your way through, and just eventually you'll end up in the right place. So it's actually in the second to last room. If you go in the last room, you'll end up fighting like a bunch of ghouls with people names. There'll be like Sarah and John and all that. So you want to not go in there, you want to go into the room before it, and it should be pretty simple to find the sneak bobblehead.
Perfect.
Hey, you got enough bobbleheads yet? No, you don't have speech? Oh, well, let me fix that. So unfortunately this one is part of the main quest, so once again I'll have to link to another video showing you how to do it, because like I said, I've not actually, one of the previous quests glitched, so I've not actually been able to make it to this point. But basically you just want to head down to the Overseer's office, and you can watch the guide. But yeah, I just couldn't make it to this point, so I can't actually get in the vault. And last, but certainly not least, no, wait, no, I'm lying, yep, least, we have the Unarmed bobblehead. The black sheep of the bobblehead family. So I was thinking of just leaving this one off, because I mean, really, who gives a fuck? It doesn't even count, to be honest. But fortunately, it's like super easy to get, which is a good job because it isn't really worth the effort. So you want to head to the Atom Cat's garage, and it's basically southeast from Diamond City, and just go there. But hey, this one's a nice change. Unfortunately, the inhabitants here aren't murderous lunatics, so don't go in shooting people. These guys are actually relatively nice. So yeah, if you want to not be a random psychopath coming in and murdering people for no reason, then don't shoot them. Yeah, so you just come in the front exit and head off to the left to this little garage, and in there is the unarmed bobblehead right on the front of the car. Looking as useless as it actually is. And hey, you did it! Yeah! So that's how to find all the bobbleheads in Fallout 4. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and like I said, if you haven't already left a like, I'd really appreciate that, because it's taken me an absolute metric arse ton to make this, so I've put a ton of effort into this video, so if you could like it, I'd really appreciate that. With that being said, be sure to subscribe for more Fallout 4 content, and check out my Let's Play of the playlist link in the description. My name is YetiHype, and I will see you guys in the future. Peace, peace.